So just give me a sec. This damn phone. Shoot. I'm waiting for people to get in here, so give me a second and I'll get it handled. Oh man. Because for some reason the chat don't show up on this one, so I gotta look on another one to see the damn chat. It freezes up. I don't get it. I swear it's because I'm shadow banned. Damn it. Whatever. Guess I'll just get to it. Alright, that'll have to do. Obviously, old boy here knows how to eat, right? So, look here. You know, I'm just a guy, you know, sitting on a Harley. Just throwing some advice out there, man. Hey, Kim. Good to have you in here. You know, now the financial problem that's going on, everything is, this inflation is out of control. There's no doubt about it. If you, so I normally live off grid. Normally do. But, you know, things happen. And I'm living on grid right now. And I'm telling you right now, it's living on grid is actually overrated. But it is what it is. And living on grid in Florida, what? It's so expensive. Just, man, living off grid, it was costing me $100 a month to get by. Seriously, straight up. $100 a month, man. But now that I'm moved on grid, you know, no fault of my own. I guess everybody makes decisions, right? But I gotta take care of my family, man. So I'm on grid, and dude, I don't know how people are doing it. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Yeah, you know, let somebody look. First off, the reason why I'm able to live off grid, live on grid momentarily, the reason why is because one, living off grid, I was putting back. Two, beans and rice, man. Everybody's living above their standards. That's what I've noticed living on grid to take care of my family, you know, just things happen. And I had to move out of the bunker, which is literally an 8x10 shed. But that's how I was able to get a nice bike, man, is by eating beans and rice, not freaking steak and, you know. And honestly, I don't trust this stuff from the grocery store. So there's that, too. But, because I hunt, fish, trap, snare most of my own meat when I live off grid. Now, being on grid, I cannot believe how much the groceries are. It is insane. How I can't believe it. I'm just like, are you? Ooh. So, you know, and I'm always the guy, you know, I live so off grid, smoke the meat, salt it, smoke it, that way no refrigeration needed, you know. Salt it, smoke it, no refrigeration needed. Yeah, the meat from the grocery store is full of chemicals. I don't love it. It is. It's full of chemicals and all, and I just don't trust it. When I take a deer or a hog or whatever, a rabbit, a squirrel, I know what that animal has been eating because I'm literally, when I'm living off grid, living in their home, really. But so you learn to pattern them and all that. And also, living on grid, man, I have been forced to eat this store-bought crap, and it is wrecking my stomach, man, wrecking it. So I don't know what the hell they're putting in this stuff at the grocery store. I don't know, but my body don't like it. I'll tell you that. And I have gained a lot of weight. I've noticed that. I've gained a lot of weight. My stomach's been wrecked. And I literally, and I can't hold this long, Can't hold this long. So eventually, I'm telling you, everybody wants these big, nice houses, and look, these nice things, But man, in the end, all you got, if you want to invest in a forever nice home, get you a nice gravesite and a tombstone. Because there is no U-Haul truck going to follow you to your grave and bury you with your stuff. You're just leaving that behind for people that most of them are not really grateful to have it, by the way. Don't even ask me how I know. I learned everything the hard way. But this is what it is, right? So, man, learn beans and rice, man. It's really not that hard. Down here where I'm at, and I'm not hating on nobody, man, because there are people that do need them food stamps. They are. They are. Now, especially with the cost of groceries right now. It's just crazy. You know what? They picked the best time to do that, but I think they're not gonna deal with that anarchy, and they, like you said, they probably gonna turn that stuff back on, man. But yeah, just because I will be back on. I'm telling you, I'm so fed up with this ridiculous, just a light bill for one of these homes. Are you in Florida where I'm, bro? Just a light bill, and then the rent, because you got all these big companies like BlackRock and so they're buying up all the homes down there, and then they're renting them out. And dude, the housing, and it's driving the housing market up. We're regular Florida man. Yeah, you heard it here first. I'm your Florida man, right here. There's that. But anyway, man, I was raised off rice and beans and hunting and fishing and trapping and snaring, and I grow in a garden. So, like I said, you go out there to one of these state parks that don't feed the animals because they'll become dependent on human food. Well, it's the same with these people just become dependent on these food stamps. And what it is they're like, man, they'll take a lower paying wage job because they know the food stamps is going to cover the food. And really, if they want to level up, they're like, I'm not dealing with your bullshit. I'm not dealing with all that food. I'm not dealing with it. Even if I could get them, and hey, if you need them and you can get them, get them. Look at all the money we sent to Ukraine and Venezuela and all. Look at all that. So, people want to complain about our tax money. Well, I haven't seen everything costs so much here. I don't get it. I thought it was Make America Great Again, but this is what it is, right? Don't even get me started. I ain't trying to be political. I'm talking about food, man. So, if you're on a budget and you got to live in a town where you can't hunt, fish, snare, trap, beans and rice, man. Beans and rice. you know, I growed up eating beans and rice, and but that's how you'll make it. Just eating cheap. I see Kim Cook and I agree. Just saying what the yeah, awesome. I have 200-year-old farmhouse in the woods. Man, you got it going on, Kim. That's not that's awesome. Me, I I'm just like a gypsy, man. I'm a nomad. I'm a true I'm a true nomad, really. But I had property and all, but the family property, just probate and all this crap, man. It's just crazy. Oh, I'm not a financial advisor, but hypothetically speaking, if you was going to leave something to your children, leave it in a trust, not in a will, because then they're going to have to go through probate and pay a crazy amount of money to get that property. It's ridiculous. It's really, a lot of times, not even worth paying. Not when you got to deal with all the other people. It's just not even worth it, man. But, yeah. So make sure you leave a trust. If you got anything to leave, all I got to leave is all the training I've done with my kids and attitude and persevere and endure till the end, man. That's all you got. So, yeah, by not eating like most people, because of my food cost is a lot less than most people's, I can afford, a nice bike, I can afford to run a freaking wash machine and dryer. That's the background noise. And it is because I eat cheap off the rip, man. I'm not, I'd rather have a deer or a hog that I took with my bow or my dogs than I would any of the store-bought crap, because I don't trust it. I don't even know what it is, man. And I'm one of them dudes, man. Soy green, you know what I'm talking about? And no, I don't trust none of this crap. So don't do it. Well, you do what you want, man. I don't trust none of the store-bought meat. So there's that. But beans and rice, and they can make fake rice too, by the way. I've seen that plastic rice. So make sure you got a good source for your food, man. Yeah, everyone, yeah. So, that, oh, and to clarify there, y'all, I guess, these guys, man, every time they talk crap about me, it just gets me more subs and all. And I'm shadow banned, so that's really the only way I get new subs and all. Because, I got a few subs, but I'm shadow banned, man. I'm telling you, there's a certain number they just will not let me get past. So if y'all could help, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, whatever. But I'm definitely shadow banned. As you can see, I got demonetized because I let people talk shit about me, and for a year or two. Then I show the receipts, and because I'm just different. All right, I'll sit back. Because, you let somebody talk trash about you for like over a year, and then you show receipts, they're like, and they look at each other and they feel so stupid. So just be patient. Don't give a shit what other people think, man. Beans and rice, plant you a garden, learn how to grow stuff. And even here, little Miss Prepper, my wife, she got a little garden going and all. You can even do it in the suburbs where I'm at right now. But, any video could be my last, because eventually, man, I'm dipping off in a tent down by a river somewhere. It's going to run bush hooks and snares and a pellet pew pew and a tent. And that's really all I need, man. I don't need all this. So that also gives me the edge too. Everybody, y'all, I'm just gonna say it, man. I ain't trying to throw no rocks at nobody, but you got these other prepper channels and all. But Are they truly living it? Like right now, I'm not, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not. I mean, yeah, I got my preps, and yeah, for a suburban, yeah, I'm prepped, I'm ready, baby. But no, because in the woods, man, it's already there, and the less the more you know, the less stuff you need. Okay, and so that's my retirement plan. Is just freaking a tent by a river with a canoe and pellet pew pew, slingshot, snares, decent tent. I'm good, man. That's all I need. I lived in that shed, that 8x10 shed. I turned into a bunker. It's on other videos. I lived in that for 9 years before I had to live this way. And honestly, I would rather live out there in that shed, to be honest with you. But, you know, family, man. You gotta take care of your own. That's part of being a dad. I got a lot of kids, man. So, yeah, you know, and I don't know, man, if y'all realize, but when you see the price of gold going up the way it is, it's not that it's worth that much more, really. It's that the dollar is worth that much less, you know. Hey, what's going on? I'm bad about reading. Well, Little Miss Purpose here, she reads the chat real good. It's just hard for me to do and talk. But so, if gold is going up that much, that means our dollar has been devalued, and you just go to the grocery store and you're going to see that. So, I recommend going to the beans and the rice section. And then if you're a redneck, because I can go not far from where I'm at, and there's so many feral wild hogs that they're a nuisance. They're a nuisance, man. People hit them in their cars. They're a nuisance. But I'll eat them wild feral hogs just like I eat the weeds. You know, I got a whole playlist on wild edibles, man. You need to learn how to live off the land. I don't even need to go to the grocery store, not really. But here I noticed, you know, in this little suburban, they spray where there's really no wild edibles. It's just grass, and I don't get it, man. You know, you think people would plant fruit trees and stuff like that. And you think they would. Even in suburbia, man, you know, plant fruit trees and stuff you can eat, and instead of just ornamental crap that uses more water, you know. At least plant native species plants, you know. But anyway, I plant edible plants, man. Really, you know, any landscaping I would do would be edible, and probably I would get to edible and native species, because there's a lot of native species that grows around you that you think they're just weeds, but really they're edible. So you research that, you know, because then you don't have to, you know, it takes it in survival. It's a calorie ins, calories out game. And wild edibles, you don't have to chase it down. You don't have to dispatch it. You know, you just harvest it, process it, and eat it. So where it's safe. It's really that easy. Like I said, I got a whole playlist. Hey, Shannon. Hey, good to have you. All right, man. I'm looking at the chat best I can, but you know it's hard for me without Little Miss Prepper. It really is. But yeah, I was just talking about that EBT thing, man. I'm not even worried about it. You know, people want to be acting stupid and all. And, dude, I can. No. And down here in Florida, no. Not where I'm at. Dude, them people will get took down and took to the impound. Let's put it that way. Because these sheriffs out here in Florida are not playing, I'm telling you right now. Don't even ask me how I know. There's that. So, yeah. God will prevail. Amen. Amen, Shannon. Amen to that. Amen to that. So, you know, I'm out here, gonna take me a little ride, I reckon, on the bike. Because, man, living this way is, I'd rather live off grid, honestly. But, it is what it is. Hey, but wow, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I reckon so, my man. But I appreciate you all, man. So, y'all have a good day. And, keep your head on a swivel, though. Man, be ready and be prepared, not scared. And nobody gets out of this alive, so most of all, be spiritually fit. And careful with that acting crazy, because you might come across real crazy. You know, I'm a bouncer at a very rough establishment for a reason. Okay, so there's that, and I've seen it all. All right, I will. I will start doing more with the puppies and all, man. But YouTube demonetized me for showing receipts. I just Lemons Prepper said, "Don't post that," and I was like, "Oh no, it's been long enough. Now I'm going to post it." I get real. I'm just too real, man. That's why I get shadow banned and all that. Is what it is. But here we are. What, Moose Man? Hey, what's up, my bro? What's going on, man? Just sitting out here complaining about living on grid, man. Dude, I don't know how people afford it, man. I'm literally ready to just grab a tent and go down by the river and run some bush hooks and snares, and it costs too much. The cost of living is just too much, man. For me, I mean, I'm just like, and I work, and Miss Prepper works, but I just can't see spending most of what you make on rent. And, you're supposed to have some left over to put aside for when your ass gets old. And you know what? I'm not so damn young anymore, okay? But living on grid, I don't know how in the hell people can put anything aside. I really don't. What? And where I'm at now, I can't just go out there and get a hog or whatever I need. So, but I'm doing good. I mean, prepping also, like the food. I'm eating canned meat, good stuff that when I bought costs less than a can of dog food. Now, is it expired a year or two? Yeah. But I've always kept it in a cool, dark, dry place. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's Best Buy. It doesn't mean it's no good. But since I've been having to live off my canned goods and all, though, because they do expire, I would have my first line of defense of fresh canned goods. And my second line of defense would be really homesteading, or I don't want to give all my secrets away, but other ways to have food available. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it is, Moose Man. It is. Hey, I've dined with kings and queens, and I've lived off pork and beans. You know who said that? Old Dusty Rose, man. Yeah, and the bionic elbow. Oh, man. Man, it's good to have you. I ain't seen you in a little minute or Moose, man. Yeah, it is. But yeah, I just want to, because I ain't been posting. I just been letting my granddaughter just post their video games and stuff. Because YouTube, obviously, they like stuff like that more than they like people being real. It is what it is, right? So, but I'll get on here occasionally, you know. But, you know, I let my granddaughter play her games, man. She on my channel. That's memories, bro. Like, dry canned dog, canned cat food aren't good for... No. None of that, you know. A lot of people don't know, but this kibble, dog food, a lot of it is literally ground up cardboard mixed in with like eggs and flavoring and research it. It's true. A lot of these out they're all healthy. That's ground up cardboard in that dog food. I'm not a dog food expert, not a bad hypothetically speaking, because I always get in trouble with YouTube. But I personally believe that there's ground up cardboard in that dog and cat food kibble that they bake. But anyway. Yeah, man. You know, actually, it's been nice out here, too. Even down here, it's nice out here, man. It's nice out here, Moose, man. The weather's actually nice. Now, you know, Florida, man, 2 days from now, it'll probably be like the devil's back in town. You know, it'll be so hot. But right now, the weather's really nice. It really is. So, but yeah, once my, because I'm homeschooling my grandkids and all, because I don't want them going, but once everything gets, I'm going back off grid. I can't handle this. It's too much. I've raised my children too damn domesticated. Raise your kids feral like we were raised. These kids, they can't live in a shed and turn in. They've never roughed it, man. So they think they gotta have these big ass houses and pay this crazy rent and this crazy light bill. And I ain't gotta have all that, man. Yeah, they always are the best, man. That's the way I do it. Yeah, that you see, cause you see my granddaughter be playing them video games on that big ass TV. I hate to even think how much electricity that damn TV's using being so big, you know. Because the electricity bill's nuts. But yeah, I'm always there, Gunner and Rock. I'm always gonna agree with Moose, man, because he is much wiser than me. Oh, and I ain't gonna bring it up now that Moose Man's in here. But yeah, I was coming on here too because I ended up in a chat with some people and I want to clarify some stuff. But anyway, no, not doing it. Not today. Just gonna chill. Actually gonna ride my bike. Cause I work all night, man, and I just got to ride to work and relax enough to be able to go to sleep. Cause I am exhausted. Wow, your last electric bill was $14. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're the man. You'll be 70 in a month. That's somebody that knows how to freaking. That's a survivor right there, bud. Nah, I don't know. I'd like to make it to see my grandkids. Yeah, in that little shed, man. I lived in that little shed for freaking 9 years, man. I had some people say, "Oh no, he lived in that double wide." Most men knowed who my dad was, and you know, with him, there can be only one tiger per mountain. So there is no male going to be able to live in his house except for him. So I never took a shower in there, never did one single load of laundry, not one shower, not nothing in that double wide that my parents passed away in. So, because I seen that somebody, yeah, so there's that. Hell yeah, I ride motorcycles. Yeah, Kawasaki, man. You know, I wanted to get an engine, but being since I'm the president of this club and all, you know, I ride this Harley. But it is what it is. Uh oh, somebody's message has been held for review. Yeah, I like them Kawasaki Ninjas, man. I ain't even gonna lie, but I really do. But I'd probably hurt myself on them. I know I'd hurt myself. I was thinking that'd be my next bike, keeping this one, but my next bike. But I'd probably hurt myself on that thing, man. I'm not as young as I used to be. Oh man, I know, Miss Man, you got it going on, buddy. Yeah, I love freaking the Kawasaki Ninjas, man. I love them. I ride this Harley right here, you know, and all, but you know, I like it. That's what it is. You know, you gotta have a Harley, you know, to be the president of this club. Well, you don't have to be a Harley, not really, but hey, my wife bought this for me, bro. For reals. Because she saves money because we eat beans and rice, man. We're not eating steaks and going out and eating all the time. We don't go out and eat. And I'm not eating no soy green, man. You know, hey, you know, this is for entertainment purposes only, but this McDonald's and all these fast foods, no, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating no soy green, man. Do the math. There's no way. Not even going down that rabbit hole. I'm not doing it. So, there's that. And that stuff is nothing but, it's just no good for you. So I'm not doing it. But beans and rice is healthy, man. Yeah, I miss the good old days, but wow, I'm not sure, but I miss the good old days. Yes, I do. But can't live in the past, man. All we got is here and now. Yeah, eggs and gasoline has dropped in price. That is freaking awesome, man. That is really awesome. But everything's still expensive, man. But at least eggs and gas have. And see, that's the thing, though. You know, when the fuel drops, the cost of everything else is supposed to drop, but it really didn't that much this time. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe it's the middleman, you know, groping us consumers. You know, if you don't understand, you know, gotta be careful, you too. But you know what I mean. I will take them, right? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Beef stew. Yeah, yeah. See, you can eat cheap, man. People just, you know, honestly, I'm not throwing no shade, no way, man. I know there is people on that EBT that needs it. I know there is. But down here, you always know who's got the EBT card in the grocery store because they're the ones that can get the steaks and the lobster and the shrimp and then a whole bunch of junk food. And you're like, oh, and every time, yeah, EBT card. When your ass, you know, don't get EBT is beans, rice, getting whatever the hell you can afford. So there's an argument on both sides of that. Hey, you do what you do there, buddy. I got you. You're my sniper up in here, Moose man. So ban their ass when they're doing bullshit. Hell yeah. Because I can't even read this without a little Miss Prepper here and all. And like I said, I'm waiting. Actually, I'm kind of waiting to hear some motorcycles rumble because I got to join. I've got a meeting and I got to deal with that. I figured I'd get on here while I'm up and running and all. Just waiting to go to what we call church. That's another thing too, man. You know, you guys that go to church, y'all need to form a security team for real, man. Any church that you're going, because at my church that we go to, you know, regular church, Jesus, all that, well, we got a security team, bro. We ain't playing, because you see what happened at that one Mormon church, man. You know, there's a lot of shit that's going on that ain't being reported. Hell yeah, most man uses all that stuff, boy. Hell yeah, he does. Shoot. But yeah, most of them are guys in my bike club. They're part of my mag team, man. You got to have a group of people. You know, one man, if shit gets reals, you know, like living this way, it'd be a little bit more difficult for me to by myself to defend this place as it would be the shed, aka the bunker. Much easier to defend than where I'm at now. Let's put it that way. So I can't stand it, man. I'm going to do this for until family first. Gotta take care of that. But once everybody's good, my ass is going back off grid, man. Because you know what? I felt healthier eating wild edibles and hunting, fishing, snaring. I just living the suburban life. Nah, I'm just not down with it, man. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Kim, been talking to my friends at church, at old church about all that. See you on the ed. Yeah, definitely, Kim. Awesome. Heck yeah. I'm just listening to a helicopter flying. Oh yeah, that's the sheriff helicopter there, boy. This county I'm at, man. These cops don't play. That's a good thing, really. Hey, Terminator, how you doing? How you doing? I was about to clock out of here, but shoot. Sometimes I feel I should just do open chats, man, so everybody can talk and everything. But most of my members will talk about all that trash, about all, and then I waited a good minute. And I showed them receipts. Oh yeah, I do work up there too, you assholes. I got them. And anyway, that's what it is, right? But yeah, they're still poking at me, Moose, man. It happened yesterday, so I'm just like, alright, ass right. Anyway. Yeah, I miss ladies' night too, really, man. I really do, because I'd lay over there and just relax and listen. And Miss Pepper going to do that. She just got so much on her because we're not used to paying these kind of bills, man. We were living off grid and all, and we were making it, but moving and paying this crazy Florida rent, this crazy Florida light bill, these crazy groceries that you buy if you're not growing and hunting. You can't hunt here, man. Anyway, although they are rabbits, but still, I'd have to snare them, I think. And they are squirrel. It's a good squirrel dumplings. But my door will be mad because she got a pet squirrel. But I do when she ain't home. But hell, she got cameras up everywhere here too. Uh, Plus, they'll probably get the popo called on me walking here with a pellet pew pew. These city dwellers can't tell the difference. Anyway, it is what it is. But good to see y'all up in here, man. Yeah, you too, Tamara. You miss Ladies Night Live. I do too. I really do. I really do. I do too. Sure do. Yeah, Terminator. That's how you do it right there. That's how you do it. Terminator, I just butchered 1,232 pounds of hogs. Ooh, I love me some bacon. What? I ain't gonna lie, I love that bacon. And some good pork chops, too. I love it all. And I don't know, I'm so, they literally took the head of the hog and they cooked it in a pressure cooker, in a pressure cooker, and they called it hog head cheese. And other people call it souse, but us old rednecks down here, we call it a hog head cheese. Where we literally take the head, cook it down, clean all the meat out of it, and mix like Jello mix with it. And man, you can buy that at Publix down here. It's such redneck southern down here where I'm at. You can buy hog head cheese, aka souse, down here at Publix. But the Publix is fancy. Yeah, Turner is a badass. Yeah, my mom called it hoghead cheese. That's what I growed up calling it, hoghead cheese. And man, I ain't gonna lie. What I would do for some good hoghead cheese right now. And Publix sells like some like caviar of hoghead cheese. This guy, what is so good. And then there's this regular old school meat place that sells like the kind I was raised eating. It's vinegar flavored, but it's just different from the Publix kind. But the Publix is good too. Of course, we love Publix down here in Florida. And I'd rather go to Publix than that damn Walmart. You can believe that. Yeah, I love hoghead cheese, Tamara. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love it. We did meat from the jaws. I mean, nothing. We didn't waste nothing. And that's just where I was raised. That's why I'm like, man, y'all giving people a lot of money, for that. I was raised, y'all give them a lot of money for that when if they were eating beans and rice and, they wouldn't need that much money. Well, until now, the groceries are crazily expensive, but yeah, there's that. Maybe people do need that shit now. The groceries are ridiculously expensive, man. But used to, they weren't. It wasn't like this. So there's that. But yeah, I just want to come on here and shoot the breeze and like waiting on the guys, man. Those guys are always late. I know they're sitting at the bar, drinking a few beers. They better bring their asses on here. I'm going to go back in there. So I know they'll be coming soon. I got to warm this bike up, Ma. I really do. I got to find neutral. Yeah. That's one thing about this bike, man. The neutral in it is a mofo. Alright, I appreciate y'all, man. Good seeing you up in here, Moose.